What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chucky from Sugar Earth Media, and today we are talking about Fear the Walking Dead Season 8. It's been about 6 months since the series finale of the Walking Dead series, and I've been in a drought. I need the Walking Dead, okay? I'm an addict. I love Walking Dead. Franchise is one of my favorite things ever. You guys already know this. We've been viewing the channel for a long time. Now, I've been harshly critical of Fear the Walking Dead Season 7. I had a lot of fun making fun of it. But honestly, I've given this show so many chances, okay? And I've been starved for zombie content, and Last of Us, the show, wasn't really doing it for me as a zombie fan. I wanted this show to be good so bad, and I loved the way the trailer looked, and even though I hated last season, I came into this one with that trailer in mind. I was like, this might be good. This might be the one. It's the final season. Maybe they'll get their shit together for the last 12 episodes. And after giving the show chance after chance after chance, after being disappointed every season of the entire series of the show, even when it was, better under Dave Erickson's leadership, it still was a show that was imperfect. But despite that, your boy came back. Your boy saw good in it. Your boy loved the cast. Your boy gave it chance after chance after chance after chance. And I know that I shouldn't have, okay? I should have given up on the show back in season 5, okay? I shouldn't have waited this long for the show to get good because I should have known better. This show is an insult to my intelligence as a fan, okay? The writing on this show relies on you being completely non-critical. It relies on you essentially thinking like a child, okay? Every time something happened in the show, I'm like, am I supposed to be 6 years old? I'm supposed to buy into this stuff? And I've had it. I'm gonna keep watching the show because it's fun for me to do negative reviews, not gonna lie. But I'm extremely disappointed by this episode. And usually, the past few seasons, I've criticized a lot of the seasons, but the premieres have been great. Season 6, the first half of Season 6 was excellent, okay? That first episode of Season 6, amazing. Even Season 7, I like that premiere. You can go back to my review of that episode. I like that episode, okay? Even Season 5 was okay, alright? The premieres are usually the best, and this one has put its worst foot forward. So we're going to break down this episode, full spoilers, so if you haven't seen the episode yet, it airs Sunday on cable. Make sure you come back later, add it to your watch later, all that, and get back to me, and you can let me know if you agree or disagree in the comment section. But we're going to break into this episode here, and on the screen you'll see a line of dialogue. I got the subtitles on. Morgan says he heard chatter on the radio, okay? And this is an excuse they use so many times. It is so tired. I don't want to hear a goddamn thing about chatter in the radio ever again, okay? Alright, so let's just start with the beginning scene, okay? We pretty much leave the show. We start the show exactly where we left it last season. Morgan and Madison have entered Padre, and here they are to rescue Mo. That's the whole goal of this first scene. And you could see Morgan apparently is very comfortable, even though he views Padre as this evil entity that's kidnapping people and taking families and tearing them apart. For some reason, he is perfectly willing to give up everybody he knows and cares about on the boats. And I suppose it's so that he has the potential to get into Padre. He's already in, okay? He's already here. I don't know what he hopes to achieve by telling Padre where everybody he knows is, okay? Including the one he loves, Grace, right? Grace is there, I believe. Victor, Strand, everybody that he cares about, everybody he's fought to build a community with, he told them where they are. For what purpose? I don't know. How does it help him get Baby Mo? He's already here. Okay, he didn't have to tell them that. I don't understand what's going on in this first scene here. And now it turns out the voice on the radio, I thought it was just like, a drone, and I thought Padre was this place. It was the name, it's an acronym, right? I thought it was the name of the group as a collective. Now apparently Padre's the man who on the radio. It's just a mysterious guy, and he hides behind glass, okay? And he sounds goofy. He sounds like Bane, okay? It sounds like a comic book character. And he It's not intimidating, bro. One guy behind the glass is not intimidating, okay? It's some Wizard of Oz shit. Don't look behind the curtain, okay? Then you got this lady who's supposed to be intimidating. She looks silly too, okay? So, but anyways, so he heard chatter on the radio. He gave up his friends. He's lying that he knows who they are, for some reason. I don't understand. Even though the whole point of Padre is that like, they're gonna find out who you care about, and they're gonna use that against you. So he led them exactly to everyone he cares about, and he pretends that he doesn't know them. And he just happened to hear chatter on the radio, and it's like, it's been years now, and everybody's got a radio. Where are they getting radios from? Where are they getting power to power the batteries? Okay, it's just, never mind. Why would it just be like normal for people to have radios, bro? It would be pretty rare, I would think, in the apocalypse, right? So we got a pretty sloppy action scene, and that's definitely a continuing thing in this scene here. Now, I forgot to mention, they give the Morgan, they show him a baby monitor, and here's the baby that you're here to save. They know what he's there for. They know everything about him already, and that's what makes Morgan snap, is he hears the baby crying, which they're like torturing the baby by getting blood from it or something. I don't know why. I guess they're testing it for viruses and whatnot. Whatever. Okay. So they're pointing it at the glass, okay? How do you even know he's there? How do you know he's not, like, off to the side, or, like, what are you pointing at the glass for? It looks very goofy, okay? And how do you know he doesn't have people with guns behind the glass as well? So, I don't know. It looks very silly. And Madison stays behind, and Morgan's going to try to free Mo, even though he has no idea where she is. And surely there's a bunch of people in between us and them, and it makes Padre not look powerful at all. The fact that, like, he manages to escape here, I don't know how, you know, without even the help of Madison. Madison stays in this room. Why exactly? To threaten the guy behind the glass who's in charge of this whole group and almost certainly has guards with him, or at least has guns with him. She could be pointing at that glass. Padre could circle around behind her and pop, 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 pop. You know, it's like, oh, dude, it's so dumb. Okay, so then we get a time jump. We get a time jump that all it achieves, the only purpose of this time jump is to age up the baby to be a character in the show. That's the only purpose of it, because we pretty much circle right back exactly where we started. So there's no purpose to it. Nothing else changes other than the fact that the baby gets older, which is like, I don't understand the purpose of that, but whatever. We'll get back to this later. She's training, okay? She's putting on this, like, fencing outfit, and she's going to go out into this arena. They're training to kill zombies. And, you know what? So far, I'm not hating the episode. The first scene, I had those problems with it, but I was like, you know what? I'm still here. It wasn't that bad. I'm okay. And she puts on this fencing mask. I'm not really sure what the purpose of these masks are. I'm assuming it was to to stop the zombies from biting you in the face. But then you see guys later not near any zombies, and they're still wearing the mask. So I don't know if it's supposed to be about disease or something, but I'm pretty sure that's even less protection than a cloth mask, which I don't think is much protection anyway. So it's a grid, okay? It's not protecting you from anything. It's not even catching, like, droplets from your mouth. So I don't understand what the purpose of this is outside of this scene. Everybody's wearing them. I don't know why. It looks goofy to me. The guy we thought was Troy in the trailer, he brings the zombie out, and I'm like 100% sure now that it's not Troy. So that was all hype, you know. And honestly, that would have been silly anyway, so I'm okay with that. Now we got this other main character here who's like kind of helping Mo train. And honestly, you know, I hate criticizing young actors because, you know, it's a child, right? So I feel kind of bad saying it. But she's a bad actor, okay? All the line delivery is very flat, and it doesn't help that the script writing is not at all, doesn't sound like what a child would say. So it's just not good writing, it's not good acting. So, you know, I'm not going to harp on that too much, but they really want her to be the focus of this season, or at least this episode, and it's not working. So already that falls flat. The acting is not, it takes me out of it right away, okay? So she's about to face this zombie. One thing I do like, the zombie effects are awesome. The swamp zombies, the moss zombies, love it, okay? Another thing I like, they're preparing this zombie for the training, and they smash its face into like a metal thing that makes its teeth pop out. I like that, okay? Because if you're training against a zombie, you want to try to diminish as much of the potential risk as possible. So she's wearing that suit, she's wearing the mask, they take the teeth out. That is good. I like that. And they put something in its mouth, I'm assuming, so even extra protection off of they got rid of the teeth so it can't bite, so I don't know why they need that, but I'll take it. You know, it looks good. I like the way the zombies looking. Okay, that's one thing I can praise this episode for, is how the zombies look. We got more zombies in this episode than in the whole season of The Last of Us, minus that one scene with the whole horde. That was only like, how long was that? Like not even a 2-minute scene. So, yeah, but okay. So this girl that's training her is a much better actor. I almost wish that she was Mo instead. But she's a little bit too old. Even though Mo is supposed to be 8 years old here, she seems older. I don't know. So, and I don't even know if an 8-year-old can really swing anything with enough force to kill a zombie. So it looks kind of silly. They at least have the aspect that she's trying to sweep the legs to get the zombie in a more vulnerable position, and so that she can use the force of gravity to get a little extra leverage. This is something that they didn't do in the main show, and it made some of the training scenes with the kids there look kind of silly. They were stabbing upwards. I know in my mind that that's not going to break any craniums, okay? So at least they did that, okay? I appreciate that. Now we're getting the tour of Padre, and I kind of like this part too. We're seeing the kids. They're in these like weird prison jumpsuits. They got birds on them. They're learning about formation, all that, and I think it looks cool. You know, we got animals hanging in the background. They're taking care of the meat. At this point, I'm like, okay, I'm curious. We're learning about Padre, and we're dealing with young people training, and I'm okay with it. Okay, and apparently she's doing the other girl's chores right now to get extra help in training, which I don't know what that girl is providing to her that it's worth doing these chores. You know, I don't really understand what the transaction there is. So apparently one of the girls' chores is to bring oxygen down to the prison cell here, where for some reason they are keeping Madison alive. Now, apparently Madison killed a lot of people, or at least that's the scuttlebutt. The rumor is that Madison, when Morgan escaped, killed a lot of people, okay? I don't understand why they would keep her alive, you know, if this is supposed to be this big, this tyrannical evil force. I don't know why they wouldn't just kill her, okay? So that's one thing that I don't understand, but it seemed hinted at earlier. She's got a bite. Madison has a bite on her arm. It seemed like it was hinted that she's immune. She got bit by a zombie, and that's why they're keeping her alive, is because she has some sort of immunity. But at this point, I'm not so sure about that, but we'll find out, I suppose. They seem to hint otherwise. So Madison like calls to her. You know, she drops this this oxygen tank down the stairs. I don't know why. So her chore is to bring the tanks at the top of the stairs. I don't know why they wouldn't have like a crate where the oxygen tanks are supposed to be, and I'm assuming the guards who take care of Madison would bring them down there. These are nitpicks at the end of the day, but this is not a nitpick, okay? Madison calls her over, and then she opens this little window, I'm assuming where the food and stuff is passed through, and Madison for some reason is hiding, you know? And if she's trying to convince this girl that she needs help, I don't know why she would hide like that and then do a jump scare and scare the person away, okay? I don't know what Madison's goal is here, but it just like, I have no idea why they would do that other than just a cheap jump scare in the show. So it's really, really goofy, and it just looks silly. So we've seen this scene before. I did a video reacting to this scene for the first time when I watched it, and this scene is very sloppy as well. They are. It's supposed to be a secure facility, right? I assume she was in a prison. I don't know why she's like in her own building and not with a bunch of other prisoners. Surely they have other prisoners. Surely any community that's big enough is going to have crime or people doing things they're not supposed to do. There wouldn't be just her, okay? Especially when it comes to a group who is designed to take people away from their families. Surely there would be some strife there. And they would want to make an example of people who disobey. So, I don't know. She's hidden away, whatever. That's looking past it. Anyways, they're in this prison cell, and they leave the door open to come in and draw blood from her. I don't know why they would leave the door open. Why wouldn't they tie Madison down so she can't get, like... There's a lot of formal procedures in prisons that they would be doing, okay? If you want me to believe Padre's this organized place, I don't get it, man. So, one other thing, we'll just touch on it here. Everybody, Baby Mo, her name is Ren. It's not Madison, it's Lark, okay? I don't understand what the deal is with the names. I get it, they're going for a bird motif. Everybody's named after a type of bird. Okay, I get that. That's fine. But I don't know what the purpose of this is. I thought the whole thing was like, this is the anti-family. They're taking away people's humanity. I actually like that idea, to have a group of villains that's like, we're trying to build something that's against what was. We don't want families. We just want the collective. But at the same time, it would have no meaning to Mo as a baby to change her name to Ren, okay? I get disconnecting her from the past, but she was a baby. Okay, she didn't know her name was Mo before. Giving her the name Ren, it doesn't... Why do we have names at all? Shouldn't they just be like numbers? Why would you want... I guess easy to identify, but I guess I'm overthinking it at this point. But so Madison's like suicidal, and they don't tie her down. They don't close the door. And they bring guns down here, but apparently they don't even keep them loaded, so I don't know why they even have them with them. So Madison is skipping meals. She wants to die, yada yada, but Padre's not going to let it happen. I'm assuming it's got to be the immunity thing, right, with Madison and everything, or with her son or her daughter Alicia. Man, I can't talk today. Something is going on with that. I'm not sure. But the scene is just very goofy, man. It's a sloppy scene. So now we got... This is where I'm like, okay, the acting is terrible. They got Baby Mo. She's saying something was missing. And just very flatly delivered dialogue. I can look out at the mainland and see a missing something. And just a very cliche dialogue on top of it being bad acting. So now they're training with the sticks. And... I forgot to mention, in the training, she choked up because of a memory she had from when she was 1 year old. 1 year old. You're not going to fucking remember a goddamn thing. Maybe like a flash of a memory. But she goes into detail with this memory, remembering dialogue, like things that Morgan told her when she's 1 year old. I'm sorry, dude. I've lived on this planet, okay? I'm a human that exists, okay? It insults my intelligence to act like a memory from that long ago is going to have any significance, okay? It's really, really silly, okay? But yeah, so they're now fighting with sticks, and I guess that's why Mo is doing her extra chores, because she can help, okay? I guess. But it's not enough help, apparently, and she now goes down to Madison looking for... I need you to tell me how to swing a hammer. You swing a hammer. I don't even believe an 8-year-old can pick up and swing a sledgehammer, okay? There's nothing to learn, okay? You just do it. I don't know why you think that this prisoner can help you. And she's like, this whole episode until the end, she does a complete 180 at the end. But until the end, she's like, I love Padre. Everything in my life is about Padre. And yet she's breaking rules here. Surely she's seen people break the rules and get punished before, but whatever. So, yeah, she's swinging the sledgehammer. Dude, I don't buy it. And then she gets Madison she gives Madison the sledgehammer. Madison asks for it. I'll show you how to swing it. She breaks the window and then tries to slit her throat with the glass. And, at this point, I'm just kind of checked out. I don't really care what's going on. I guess Mo was bit too. Is she immune as well? I don't understand. Or is that like where they drew blood from her as a baby? Either way, I don't know what's going on with that. It's very silly. So now Madison decides. Madison's like, okay, we're getting you out of here. Because I promise, she realized who she is. And she's like, I don't know how she would figure that out. But she's like, oh, it's been 8 years. It's been that long. And I know that you're baby Mo or whatever. And she manages to take out both of the guards, swinging them with the sledgehammer. And it came off funny to me. Guys with guns. She brought a hammer to a gunfight, and they get out of it just fine. And then we smash cut to them on a boat, and they manage to get away just fine. How is this a huge group that is intimidating and easy to destroy if you can just get out like that? Okay, we saw how many people there were in the vicinity with the wide shots and everything. It's on an island, okay? It's not like they couldn't see the boat leave, okay? And they have guns. Pew! It's deflated. They're done, okay? I can't buy into it, man. I can't. You're insulting my intelligence at this point, okay? And it gets worse from here. All right, so they're on the boat. They instantly get away, no problem. And on the boat, baby Mo is like, I don't want to be here. Well, then why'd you get in the boat? I mean, I guess maybe Madison was threatening her or something. But, like, they had a conversation at some point where she's like, I don't want to go. Why didn't they have that conversation earlier when they were leaving? When there were people around that could help Mo, okay? I don't get it. And another thing we'll touch on here is, so we had oxygen tanks. Madison needs oxygen tanks. I had assumed in last season, and in retrospect it was stupid of me to say, but I had assumed that they got her addicted to some kind of drug, and that was how they were controlling her. I was wrong. It turns out she just needs oxygen because of the fire at the stadium, I guess, but the stadium was outside, okay? I don't understand. She got caught. If she was in a burning building, it would make sense. But anyways, I don't even understand why they would want somebody who needs to take breaths out of an oxygen tank every 2 seconds. Why they would send somebody that vulnerable out on these collection trips, okay? Especially somebody they know is immune. Why would they risk her life like that? It makes no sense whatsoever. And the whole thing with Madison, her kids getting threatened, wouldn't Madison be smart enough to want some proof that they knew where the kids were? Ask basic questions like, how tall are my kids? What race are they? Like, I don't know, just anything. What do they look like? Something to prove. Like, they knew her names because she happened to have them tattooed right here. Very conveniently, of course. So I don't know. That whole thing looks silly as well. But of course, it's Fear the Walking Dead, so we have massive coincidences. Every fucking time the plot needs something to happen, it just magically happens, okay? They're here to find Morgan now. She wants to fulfill what she tried to do 7 years ago. And Morgan just shows up, and he's like, oh, I heard on the radio. How did you know that they were there? Okay, you heard it on the radio. He's out on these collection journeys, okay? He and Grace are both supposed to be collecting more kids for Padre. They shouldn't be within 10 minutes boat ride of Padre. They should be far away. They should be spread out. They shouldn't be close by. And also, she just said, hey, this is Ren. I'm calling for Padre. She didn't say anything about where they were. It makes no sense that Morgan just instantly knows and he shows up. But this has been a recurring theme year after year, and I'm sorry. I should never have put up with it, never have looked past it. It is absolutely ridiculous at this point. It is a self-parody. It is a joke. You expect me to take the show seriously and you do shit like that twice in one episode. Grace shows up at the end. I heard chatter on the radio. I know what you are. How the fuck do you expect me to believe that? Come on. It's so stupid, bro. It is so dumb. And so they're fighting zombies. That's cool. Whatever. Of course, she can't fight the zombies because of the mysterious memory from her past that she most certainly can't possibly remember. Morgan shows up just in time to save them because convenience is everything in this fucking show. And Morgan is a complete 180 of who he was, because later in the episode we find this water boat, and he's like, "Oh, we were getting surrounded by zombies, and then I told Padre where we were." Okay, how did you explain? Walk me through this. How did you explain to Padre where you are? You don't have coordinates. You don't have any landmarks. You're not even by a shoreline. You're like, they need a small boat to get through the swamp area. Okay, and why would they be so desperate to come get you? You're clearly not loyal. I mean, I guess they're really that desperate for kids, but how did they get there so quick to save them in time? It's really stupid, and like, dude, I just can't do this anymore. I can't do it anymore. I like this carnival setting that they're in, but they don't use it at all. It's just kind of in the background. Don't know what the purpose of it is. Here we got kind of a Morgan wants to take Mo back now, and Madison's fighting him, even though her whole goal is to bring Mo to him. So I don't know what fighting him and pointing a gun at him is supposed to do. Okay, unless she just says, if her goal was like, okay, I'm going off with Mo now. But she can't survive without this oxygen tank, so her time is limited, right? She needs oxygen to live. So I don't know. And then it's really goofy because he's on the ground, she's pointing a gun at him, and then she takes a step closer and he flips her over. And dude, they've done this so many times in the show where it's like, dude, they're both smart enough to not get in that situation. Okay, fucking Madison would not take a step closer. She's a survivor, okay? She knows. And Morgan has done that multiple times now, where he's at gunpoint and then that happens, okay? I don't even remember who fought who or who flipped who over. It doesn't matter, okay? And then we're walking through the swamp at night, and it's cool, okay? I like the swamp zombies, like I said. But yeah, we're going back and forth about whether or not we're going back to Padre or not, and it's really annoying. Madison throws her radio and then gets his radio and throws it, and I don't know, just this going back and forth is really obnoxious, okay? And then Padre somehow knows where they are. I don't know how they know. Morgan didn't even tell him, right? He didn't even get a chance. And they throw this flare up. Why? Okay, I thought they wanted the girl. I thought they wanted Lark. Okay, why would they... dude. And I also forgot, like, after keeping Lark alive for 7 years, despite the fact that she killed a bunch of people in the last escape attempt, now they decide all of a sudden, for no particular reason, that she's not worth keeping around. And it really seemed like they were willing to let her go, but Morgan interpreted it as he has to kill her now, and that's the big conflict. But it really, like, Madison's also trying to die this whole episode, so why is she trying to fight so hard all of a sudden? There's all these character motivations that are just so confusing. And I could look past it if there was, like, not other goofy stuff going on. But man, oh man, is it just frustrating to watch this show, man. And somehow they survive the night. I don't know, time just mysteriously passes. They somehow survive the night. I don't know. These memories are coming back to her. It's obnoxious. And now they're in this, this is the same place they were staying before. Okay, so Morgan, despite the fact that he knows in Virginia there's a community waiting for him that would take him back happily and was well equipped, at least last he knew, and he's got all these other people he knows that he let get kidnapped by Padre, he just decided we're just going to stay here for a bit, I guess. And they had a crib here, unless the crib, I guess the crib just happened to be here, and they were just staying here for some reason. But supposedly this ship, this houseboat sank before, and it's got holes in it as well. There's holes in the floor. How is it still standing? Okay, and they sink it in this episode, but it's like the same situation they were in 7 years ago. They didn't come up with a better plan to escape to get out of here. Really silly. Mo, for some reason, starts wiping off dirt. I don't know why she would start doing that. Doesn't make sense. But it's just because the plot wanted her to do that. So that we could see Clear Morgan apparently did some graffiti and was writing about Dwayne and Jenny and King County and all this stuff. And there's no purpose for that at all. No purpose for that other than we know we're going to King County later. Okay? Very silly. And then Mo seems to know that it was him that did it, even though there's literally nothing that would lead her to believe that. And then she picks up this the thing that Grace made, the little tape with her singing. But for some reason she starts playing it. I don't know. This battery has been there for 7 years, bro. 7 years. This battery's been there, and even before that, this battery's been used a lot. How it would not work. I know it wouldn't work. Don't ask me to believe that would work. I'm not stupid. I'm not 6 years old, okay? I'm not 8 years old like this character is. I'm not dumb enough to believe that. And I don't know if there are any people. I don't know how people could watch this show non-critically and be like, yeah, it was good. There's no fucking way, bro. Okay, and she somehow magically knows that was Grace. I remembered your voice before I met. No, you didn't. No, you fucking didn't, bro. I mean, she might as well remember her actual mom. You know what I mean? Like, she was with her actual mom longer than she was with Morgan and Grace, okay? Wasn't all of last season, like, a couple weeks at most? You know, I don't know. It's really dumb, okay? I forgot to mention that in this scene, Madison says something about, oh, why do you think they're training 8-year-olds, hinting at maybe there's an upcoming war or something, and I can see where that's coming from, but we are talking about a zombie apocalypse. Wouldn't it make common sense to train a child to fight zombies? I mean, that just makes basic sense. Doesn't necessarily imply that there's going to be a war. I get what they're going for, but really it falls flat in this case because any society that wouldn't train their children is a society waiting to get devoured by zombies. It is The Walking Dead after all. And then now the walkers are coming because Mo is going to shoot her, which I guess makes sense because, you know, that she wants to go back to Padre, but I don't know. She's a kid. She's not doing the most logical thing. I can accept that. And this scene's okay. You know, we got some killing zombies wading through water. She's stuck, okay? But, yeah, I mean, the acting doesn't sell it. You know, it doesn't really feel like she's trying to escape to me. She just kind of stands there. But, okay, she's a kid. She's getting locked up. Fine, I can accept that. But here's where the memories start coming in, and she's remembering what Morgan told her and all this dumb stuff, okay? I just realized that the situation 7 years ago with Morgan calling Padre for help, the antagonist, the last possible second, when all other options have gone away, is the exact same situation that our characters were in with Jenny's group a couple seasons ago. And really, these characters and this show and the writing, it's just going in circles, doing the exact same thing over and over and over again, and they aren't learning any new tricks. It's really obnoxious. And Madison's still at the boat, and she's determined to help them. And she's using the sledgehammer to try to draw the walkers away. It's not working. And guess what? Magically, Grace shows up right in the nick of time because it's convenient for the plot line, and they had no other way to get them out of there. And it's really fucking dumb, okay? If the radio chatter was enough to tell where they are, why isn't Padre here already? Why did they have to radio again? You know, they had to radio off screen, which is like, where was there any time off screen that Madison wouldn't have heard them call them on the radio? Madison was acting surprised when they show up. Like, bitch, how were you not there when that happened? It's so stupid, okay? And now all of a sudden Mo wants to go back. Yeah, because it's her parents here now. And Grace and Morgan send her back. It's very frustrating. You know, we know they're going to escape eventually, and fighting it back against Padre is going to be the whole point of the show. We're just stalling to fill time, I guess. I don't know. It feels pointless. And now Morgan is, for some reason, they decide, okay, Morgan, you're a liability now. You're not with us anymore. You're not a collector anymore. And my thing is, they did this thing last season where they blindfold people so that most people don't know where Padre is, except for, I guess, people driving the boats. Morgan and Madison know where Padre is because they drove a boat away and tried to run away. So if they're trying to keep the location of Padre a secret, they would want Madison dead and Morgan dead. They wouldn't say, bye-bye, Morgan. Bye. See you later. I hope you don't run into anybody that's trying to kill us. No. Motherfucker, they'd be dead. Okay? And same with Madison. Madison, they wouldn't have just said, okay, we don't want Lark anymore. Dude, it's so frustrating, bro. And then the last part is with Baby Mo, now back at Padre. I guess she's pretending to be on their side now. I don't know. It's not clear and the acting's not good enough. But now she's talking to Padre, and Padre decides to forgive her for some reason, even though he definitely wouldn't. I guess I don't know. They don't really seem that bad when you have very lenient leaders like this, you know? And now, all of a sudden, she can kill zombies, and they don't even make her put the mask on and all that. But now she can swing the hammer just fine. I don't understand, bro. I mean, I like the part where she's like, I know what I was missing. I was missing the family. The whole, like, family is the good side, and the bad side is this faceless collective. I love that idea, okay? Fantastic idea for a season. I was completely on board with that, and last season in my review of the final episode last year, I said the exact same thing. I love the concept. The execution is bad, and that's, again, continuing the pattern of Fear the Walking Dead, where great ideas, terrible execution, and I'm glad that this show is executed. This show deserves to be canceled. It really does, and I can't believe it made it this far, to be frank with you. So, yeah, that's my opinion on it, guys. Dead Show Walking. That's the headline of this video. And, yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. I feel like I missed a bunch of stuff because there's so much dumb stuff densely packed in here. I don't even remember everything that happened. But let me know all the things I missed in the comment section down below. And by the way, if you like the show, that's perfectly fine. You can let me know where you disagree. I would love to hear that as well. And if you enjoy the show, that's cool. Have fun with it. It's the last season, so you don't have much time left with it. As a Walking Dead fan, I've given the show so many chances, and it hasn't earned it. It doesn't deserve my attention, to be honest. But I'm going to continue reviewing it just for you guys because we have fun on this channel. But with that, it's been your boy Shuggy, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. I believe the next episode is dropping on Sunday for AMC Plus subscribers, so I hope to see you guys then. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace out.